play TikTok games with Fina. How do they play TikTok games? I don't know how it works. How do you make money at home? By influencing. When I say I make money at home, I mean that I don't have to go to any office to sit down and be on my computer, on my system, typing. No. So I make money off being a fashion model. So I work with a few international brands that pay me to just wear their outfits. And more is yet to come. Have you seen people recreating your looks? Yes, I have, and it's always really exciting whenever I see it, because that's who I am. I'm actually an influencer. I want to be able to influence people to buy what I'm selling and to look or to recreate my looks. So it's actually a very exciting thing. Whenever I see it, I get excited. That's the whole idea for the whole thing. Do you think influencing is sustainable in the long run? Actually, yes. Being an international influencer, not a Nigerian influencer. So, yes, people make so much money. Like, so much money being international influencers. So, yeah, it's sustainable. It's something that you can do for a very long time. I go on YouTube, I see YouTubers, I see people that are in their 50s still making money off being influencers. So, why not? Boyonisis have British accent and is so cute. I don't think they have British accent. I think they just speak so well. They have a nice accent, but I don't think it's British. But Monachi can change it. They travel a lot, so they can change it. So whenever they're like talking to sheikhs, like they switch it so that they can rhyme. So yeah. How can I be an international fashion model? I think it's like for me, it's before I went into the house, I always wanted to do that. So what I'll do is I'll buy outfits from these brands and I'll wear and tag. But now, like, due to me being Big Bella, so they actually like come for me. So the few that I'm working with right now actually came for me. So they sent an email, they went through the normal route, and yeah, we reached an agreement and we're here. But yeah, you should go into it. It's a ridiculous amount of money, trust me. It's actually something that you can do. You can just have even one or two brands. You don't have to have too many brands, working with too many brands, so that your page is not clustered. You can just have like one or two brands and you'll be fine. You'll actually be fine. Be able to afford your needs. Be able to pay your rent. If you have a house, you'll be able to travel. You'll be able to live your life off the money. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of money just to wear an outfit and post. It will be good influence makeup products. Yeah, I think so. Would you consider being a face model? Like, I'm open for that. I think I would be a good face model. Sheiks, they form English. Do you think he speaks Yoruba? But a side business is still necessary, right? It depends on you. You don't have to, honestly. Like, I don't want to say the figures, but you don't have to. You really don't have to. So I don't know. You guys, I know you know some UK influencers. That's all they do for a living. They actually don't have side businesses. So that will be your choice. If you want to have a side business, if you're a business-oriented person that you want to have a business, that's your choice. But you don't have to whilst working with these brands. You really don't have to. And knowing how much pounds is now, you guys, come on. So it's a good field to go into. It's something to go into. Nigerians were not really doing that, honestly. So I wanted something different and I went for it. So I think it's a good thing. You have to build your page. You have to build your brand. Your page has to look nice. If your page doesn't look nice, if it's too clustered, trust me, you're not going to get it. So your page has to look nice. So you have to put the work in yourself and making your page look like what you want it to look like. I think that's where you start from actually. Then if you don't have enough followers, I mean that's also like helps as well. Try to get followers, try to do something different. Whatever you do, just put your best. Sometimes I go out to shooting, I don't post those pictures because it's not what I want. I have to wait till the next day to also like, get ready again and go and shoot. So it's actually not an easy job, but I'll rather take that. They're giving free classes. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I don't mind. But is the only passion you want? You don't want like drinks, milk, influencing, etc. I'm open to everything as long as the money is good. Like I said, it's all about the money for me. I want to be richer. So it's all about the money for me. If the money is good, yes. I feel like my Oju Kokoro is not too much because working with these international brands, I now start comparing like, do you understand what I mean? Like start comparing to the ones that get offered here, and I'm just like, I beg go, let me just stick to what I'm doing there. So it's all about the money too for me. So you get paid in different currencies for international gigs. Yeah, the brands I work with now, I get paid in pounds. Although one is an Australian brand and the other one is a US brand, but I get paid in pounds because that's what I accept. Thank you. So you guys just ask me questions. We can make it even, very educative. So I'm open to like answering questions. If you want to go into influencing, content creating, anything of that sort, I'm actually good at it. Trust me. The interview was so good. So it was actually mistakenly posted on YouTube. It wasn't out. It wasn't aired yet. So which is why it has been taken down. So when it's time for it to be aired, you guys will know. So sorry. I'm talking about my relationship or my anniversary or whatever it is that's passed. I'm open to talking about like growth, helping you guys grow, and yeah. How did you make it to this level? So I always wanted to go on BBN. Like I always wanted to go on BBN for as long as I can remember. Even when I was underage, I wasn't meant to be watching the show. Whenever the show is airing, like I'll be hiding up and down to watch it because I won't want my mom to catch me. But I always loved the show. I always wanted to go on the show, and yeah, I kept trying and I got on the show because I knew that the show was going to give me a platform to work with. So now, like if brands see me, like the funny thing is I don't even know how these brands see me because I'm actually a Nigerian and I live in Nigeria. So I don't know how the brands actually see me. I think it's by God's grace. So like I get messages like, oh, your name has been coming up so much in our meetings. Like these are like Australian brands, American brands. Your name has been coming up so much in our meetings, and we really want to work with you. Like it's crazy. So yeah, so that was how it all started, and I went into the house. I came out, and I just knew this was where I always wanted to be. This was what I always wanted to do in my life. So I kept saying to Sheds that I don't know about what other people are doing, but what I want to really do for myself is I want to be influencing for international brands. I don't mind working with Nigerian brands, don't get me wrong. I'm always open for that. But I also wanted to work with international brands as well. So I kept saying it to him, and then it's like, okay, let's go to London. I was like, I don't know. I can't stay in London and lose out in Nigeria as well. Like, let's go to London. I believe that you make it there. Things like that. You have a very nice style. When I saw you for the first time in BBN house, I also knew that you have a very beautiful style, and yeah, it will work. So we went to the UK, and like I said, the moment I got into the UK, I started getting messages from these brands. Like they were actually waiting for me to travel. So it's crazy, and I did, and yeah, now we're here. So for one thing about me is that if I really want something, I do not look elsewhere. I don't take half of what I want. I go all the way for what I want. I'm not the kind of person that now I'll be like, okay, since this one is not looking like it's going to work out, let me just do this one. No, I'm not going to do it. Like if I want something, I'm too stubborn like that. I'm actually, my head is too strong. I'm too stubborn like that. If I want something, I'm going to go for it, and I will get that thing. So I'm not one to settle for less or settle for what I don't want to do. So for acting now, I'm not really in that space to go into movies. It's something that is so easy to get when you come out. Like you're popular, why not? Please come and film for us. Please, I don't want that. That's not the field. That's not my field. It's actually not my field, and I'm not here to please fans. I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here to make sure I'm rich, to make sure I grow, to make sure I'm very wealthy. So it's not about what the fans want, or it's not about what the fans want me to do. I get so many messages every day. I won't listen to that. I actually know what I want for my life, and I go for it. So my mom will always call me and be like, you actually prayed for this. I was like, yes, I prayed for it, and I worked hard towards it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I want in 5 years I should be accomplished. In fact, I want in 5 years I will not be here talking about BBN again. Honestly. Like I want to be moved past it. I want to be in another level, which is happening very soon. I want to be in another level of my life where I can't go backwards. So I want to keep moving forward. In 5 years' time, I want to be accomplished. I want to be extremely rich because my lifestyle is expensive. I love expensive stuff. I love traveling. Traveling is not cheap. I love the good things of life. If it's not expensive, I don't want it. I said that from the first day of going to the house, and it's still it. I don't want it if it's not expensive. So I know the lifestyle I want, and I want to keep working so hard to get it. So it's, in 5 years, I want to be accomplished. I want to have my businesses running. I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother, and yeah, and we'll go from there. Would you invest in your own fashion brand? Yes, and I'm working on it. Did you go to church then? No, I haven't been to church physically since I left the house, and it's been a year. Very, very bad. So I actually planned on going last week Sunday. I didn't go. I just didn't go. I also planned today, and I just didn't go as well. But I attend online. But I actually want to be going physically. I'm not the outgoing type, especially now that I know people will recognize me. So sometimes it's actually very, very, very difficult for me to like go out. I don't know. I don't like when people call my name. I don't like that. So I try to stay indoors as much as I can. Yeah. Um, what what keeps you moving even when you feel things ain't moving? That's the thing. Like, um, I believe that God's timing is the best. Sometimes you're applying for that job and you're not getting it. That doesn't mean that you won't get another job that's better than that. And that doesn't mean that that company will not call you in the next few months. Sometimes you just don't get everything when you want to get it. So I have people saying, "Oh, it's been a year. You have to continue doing this to stay relevant." And I'm not doing anything to stay relevant. I feel like I'm a child of grace. Like if it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not meant to be, it won't be. It's not a do or die affair. So I actually just take each day as they come, and yeah. And in my life, my whole life, I have never struggled to shine. Like, I always just shine without struggling. So if it's meant to be, to be. Uh, how do you spend your Sundays? So usually, I go on a date every Sunday with my boyfriend. But today I had a lot to do. That yeah, we weren't able to do it today. But every Sunday we do date nights. I love you. Thank you. Do you mind, Bella? Do you mind proposing to brands? Trust me, you can never be too big to propose to brands. There are some brands that have been there for years. Who are you? Like, who are you not to be able to message them? Like, you can't be that big. Nobody is bigger than some brands. The likes of Coca-Cola and its likes. Trust me, like, if they don't come for you, you can go for them. So it's okay. Don't feel too big. Don't feel too important. If you need to propose to brands, please do so. They might just do that, and maybe they've been wanting you, or they've been talking about you in their meetings, or they've just not had the time to even reach out to you. Go for it. Go for that brand. Don't think you're ever too big. Money has to be made. What is the reality of content creating? Is it hard, or is it all rosy as we see? It's so difficult. It's actually really difficult. I feel like when you get into it and when you really love it, like for me, I actually love content creating. So I don't see it as work. It's actually not a job for me. Like, I do it so effortlessly. So I feel like it's about you. Don't force yourself to do what you don't like. If you force yourself to do what you don't like, it will become a job. So just like being an actor now, it's not really what I like. So if I start doing it now, trust me, I'll be grumpy, I'll be angry, I'll be frowning my face there, because me, I don't like taking nonsense. I don't know how to take nonsense. I don't know how to pretend. If I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied with something, I'll show it immediately. I don't know how to beat around the bush. So if you don't like something, if you know you don't like a job, don't force yourself to do it because every other person is doing it, or because you want people seeing you on the screen 247, or do what you really, really love. Do what makes you happy. Trust me, whilst you're doing that, you won't see it as a job. So once you start doing something you really love, it stops being a job.